From the sunny shores of Miami Beach to the air-conditioned comfort of Marlins Park, here on this Memorial Day, we've got baseball for you as the Pirates take on the Miami Marlins. And welcome into the booth, Joe Block, along with John Wayner with you here this evening. And here from Miami, the Pirates are going to be taking on a bunch of left-handed pitchers here in this series. The Marlins have been playing pretty well as of late, but these lefties that the Pirates are facing, this has been unusual for them, but they've done well against them when they've seen them.
Yes, they have. And I think it's tough when you don't see lefties for much of the first, 30, 40 games of the year. Then you see, a couple we just saw in Texas and now 3 here in Miami, and they've done a good job. 276 batting average, a little less than where they are overall, but the 6-3 record, the OPS is up. Their ERA, the lefties' ERA, 4.65. But yeah, it's a nice start. It's nice to see we have the platoon guys that can come in there, start against left-handers, and have some success.
Yeah, only 9 times so far against the lefties, including those 2 times in Texas. And here tonight, a different look atop the order is Josh Harrison in there for the first time.
Yeah, Josh Harrison batting leadoff because Jordy Mercer is getting a day off. Well, Josh Harrison can just flat out hit. He hits over 300 at home, on the road, night games, day games, runners in scoring position. Against lefties, he ramps it up a little bit, hits over 400 against lefties, does have one of his home runs against a left-handed pitcher. And yeah, it's nice to see him back in the lineup. But, he's going to come in, he's going to bring it, and he's going to hit some lefties.
Yeah, and we're going to see how the offense will do tonight. And, of course, on the mound, that's always what determines how a team will fare. And this lefty has had the Marlins on lock. Jeff Locke gets the nod tonight. Pirates and Marlins coming up next here on Root Sports.
Sports is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, Health for All, and by Day Automotive. We're gonna make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Here from Miami, roof is closed here, and baseball on Memorial Day, and the players wearing special uniforms here dedicated to those we've lost. And also today for the Buccos, we're going to see Jeff Locke getting the start here tonight.
Yeah, Jeff Locke coming off a couple of wins in his last 2 starts. His last start 6 1/3 against the Diamondbacks. Just 1 strikeout, gave up a couple home runs. Pretty much all fastball changeup from Locke that last start. We've seen some more sliders out of him, but 2 wins in a row for Jeff tonight, looking for a 3rd straight.
And a pair of lefties on the mound tonight as the Marlins going with Justin Nicolino. There he is as we begin this 4-game series from Miami. Coming up, lineups and first pitch after this. On Memorial Day, and a big night for sports in Pittsburgh. Penguins open the Stanley Cup tonight, and here Pirates opening up a 4-game series in Miami. Hope you enjoyed your weekend, and of course, as we have enjoyed things today, it's because of the soldiers who have fallen here on Memorial Day. And the Pirates getting set to wearing those special uniforms with that digital camouflage license from the U.S. Marine Corps. And baseball donating all the net proceeds to welcome back veterans. And that's why we see those special uniforms here on Memorial Day. And Justin Nicolino getting a start for the Marlins here tonight. As we mentioned in the open, Rock, a slew of left-handers, and so the Pirates going to have to shuffle their lineup a little bit, because otherwise there's some guys that don't normally start against lefties will play very often over the next few days. And let's take a look at the RAV4 lineup for the Buccos. Josh Harrison, his first start in the leadoff spot. He's back and healthy after an illness keeping him out most of the last few days. McCutchen, then Freeze, Jung Ho Kang. Marte, the 5th hitter. Francisco Cervelli back and doing the catching. Polanco, a left-handed batter. Sean Rodriguez in front of Jeff Locke. Good to see him back and healthy after battling sickness the last few days.
Yeah, nothing worse than feeling miserable. Josh, I'm happy to be back, feeling good, and looking forward to playing some ball and looking forward to facing another lefty, Justin Nicolino. His numbers, 2-2, a 4.37 ERA. This guy, he's not going to strike you out. He's pretty much in the zone, just 12 strikeouts in 35 innings. He's a 4-pitch guy. Fastball, not much velocity there. He might top out at 90 miles per hour. Changeup's his best pitch. He likes to go to it. And he also likes to get early contact. He wants you to put it in play and put it in play softly.
And the defense for the Marlins brought to you by Honda. Christian Yelich, Marcell Ozuna. Where's Giancarlo Stanton? He's still been banged up. Took batting practice again today. We'll probably see him in the series, but Cole Gillespie starts in right. Prado, Echeverria, Rojas, and Johnson over at first base. JT Realmuto doing the catching. And Nicolino set to work to Harrison starting things off. All closed up tonight. 2 strikes on Josh. 75 degrees here inside the retractable roof of Marlins Park. 5th season of baseball being played here in this facility. Still the newest ballpark in the majors. That changes next year when Atlanta opens their new park in the northern suburbs.
Yeah, definitely an interesting looking ballpark.
You know you're in Miami.
Yeah.
Little poke into right. And Gillespie takes care of it. Starting off the ball game. And let's take a look at our Rivers Casino tips to win for tonight.
Well, you're facing a guy that, again, he just wants you to pound the sinker into the ground. You want to look him up in the zone. Try to find a pitch that's elevated, drive it. If you try to pull him, it might be a little more difficult. And also, watch out for this guy, Marcell Ozuna, having a heck of a year. 344, 10 home runs, 27 RBIs, by far the biggest threat in this Marlins lineup.
There's Ozuna, who has carried the load with Stanton out the last few days. Andrew McCutchen, 9 home runs now, leading the ball club. And the hitting coach of the Marlins, Barry Bonds. Both got to chat with him. You, of course, teammates with Barry.
Weird to see him in this position. Hitting coach seems to be enjoying himself.
And has he and Frank Menachino, the assistant hitting coach here, really working with Ozuna to do a couple of things mechanically and with his bat too. Literally and figuratively.
You see Nicolino, he threw Harrison in, a couple pitches in here to McCutchen. He does throw a cutter in addition to his sinking fastball, and when he comes inside, he's going to try to keep it off the plate in there. And there you see it again. He just doesn't have enough velocity to get away with throwing on the inner third of the plate. But I think to keep hitters honest, if he throws it in there, gets you thinking about it inside off the plate, is that cutter just off the inside edge? That'll open up the outside half, he hopes, to where he'll throw that changeup.
To Echeverria.
That was the changeup. Rolled over.
2 gone here in the Pirates' first. Hey, for every run the Pirates score during this series against the Marlins, fans can receive $1 off the purchase price of infield and outfield box seats for the upcoming series against the Mets and the Giants at PNC Park. Tickets available for purchase 30 minutes after Thursday's game at pirates.com/howmanyruns. And you can also get them Friday morning at the PNC Park ticket windows. So a real fun event going on here in this series. Well, cheer for the Pirates to score a bunch of runs. You know, if they score 20 runs, that's about what they average, right? 5 a game.
Yep.
20 runs in the series, you get $20 off those tickets. David Freese shooting one into the corner. Extra bases for Freese, as he'll slide in with a 2-out double.
And that's almost the approach you want to take here against Nicolino. Look for something up out over the plate and don't try to pull it. Try to hit him the other way. And this pitch, well, not up, but down, pretty much middle. But you stay inside, more likely to get it airborne. And he's going to try to get you to hit that sinking fastball and pull it on the ground. Good swing, good approach, staying inside the baseball.
Continuing to enjoy hitting at this ballpark. Freese now at 500 in his career at Marlins Park. 8th double of the season. And a 2-out chance for Jung Ho Kang. 17 runs batted in 18 games. One-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Nicolino, Brock, I think, is a guy that probably can't afford to fall behind a lot of hitters in this way, right?
No, he's a guy that wants early contact. He wants you to swing at his pitches with that movement. He wants you to put the ball in play, and he prefers it softly. And when he does fall behind and you do get to that count, a 2-0 count, and he throws you a fastball there, that may be the best pitch of the at bat, or maybe even the best pitch all night you see from Nicolino. That pitch that Jung Ho Kang couldn't pull the trigger on, pretty much up middle.
A good spot. This one blooped into right, base hit. Freese is coming home. Here's Gillespie's throw, and he is safe. David Freese scores on the RBI single by Kang. 1-0 Pirates.
Boy, what a throw by Gillespie. Didn't think with 2 outs and David Freese breaking with the crack of the bat. Didn't think that there would be much of a play there, but Gillespie throws a bullet. Is that ball a little bit inside out? The swing from Kang, bloops it in there. See the jump from Freese and the jump from Gillespie, and this throw right on the money. But tag high up around the belt. The foot gets in.
Mattingly hoping to get word from his video personnel. See if that was a tag indeed. Let's look at our Allegheny Health Network Supermo.
Picture perfect slide, by the way. Look at the front foot. The front foot going to home plate, not the left hand, the front foot. So often nowadays you see these base runners that want to slide past home plate and touch it with their hand. He's out if he tries to touch it with his hand. We see it almost every night. But David Freese doing it the way it's supposed to be done, sliding straight in that front foot to home plate, just beating the tag.
Starling Marte fouls it back. Jim Joyce right there on the call. The crew chief working the plate tonight. Very well respected umpire. But the foot first slide, that is what the Pirates preach. They got Kang in trouble the other night, jamming his fingers about a week ago. Slid head first into home plate and jammed his fingers into Tony Wolters' shin guard, the Rockies catcher. And if it is a closer play, right? I mean, you can maybe move the catcher off the plate a little bit, right? If you're sliding in there with all your momentum with your feet.
Well, they're not allowed to block the plate anyhow. I mean, and that's why it drives me crazy when people slide home and they want to touch it with their hand instead of their foot. You're sliding past home plate to touch it with your hand. It makes no sense. But we see it. Every team does it. throughout baseball. Watch highlights tonight. You will see somebody slide home, probably more than one person slide home and not touching the plate with their foot, but with their hand. And so basically from your waist down, you're past home plate before you touch the actual plate with your hand, because you slide by it. And to me, that, I don't know when that started, especially since the basically no contact rule at the plate, because you don't see it anymore because the catchers aren't allowed to block it. And now everybody slides around. I don't understand.
A nice job by David Freese, giving the Pirates an early lead. Still 1-2 on Starling Marte. And so Jung Ho Gung driving in the run. Just told you about how you can get that ticket discount coming up for these upcoming series. Every run Pirates score in this 4-game series against the Marlins, take some money off. Foul ball.
And you can go up there and you can have the game plan of, you know, we don't want to try to pull this guy. We want to stay back. We want to drive the ball middle, opposite way, because of that changeup. He's already had a couple of guys out in front hitting that changeup off the end of the bat. It's sometimes a lot easier said than done. Good changeup again, outside part of the plate, wasted nicely.
Yes, spoiling a few here, already at 22 pitches now for Nicolino. Off.
Seems like the type 2, after he throws a couple of those slow changeups, gets you looking for it out there, then he'll bust you in. And that's exactly what he did there to Starling. And fastball up, got him in the hands.
Pirates collect a run here in the first, and Miami coming to bat. Jeff Locke's got a run for him. RBI single. Pirates have a 1-0 lead. Danny Echeverria will lead things off for Don Mattingly's Marlins. And here his 9 penciled in here this evening. And for the Marlins, after Echeverria, it's Prado, then Yelich, good young hitting player, and then now Marcell Ozuna hitting at .434 in May. Real Muto, Chris Johnson, Gillespie, Rojas, and then the lefty Nicolino.
Jeff Locke, here's his numbers, brought to you by Hyundai. 3-3, a 5.08 ERA. Going to look to improve on that ERA, get it under 5 here tonight. 10th start, 51 1/3 innings, 8 homers. Opponents hitting .279 against him. 3-2 lifetime against these fish, with an ERA at 3.
Ray Searage, Pirates pitching coach. And a base hit for Echeverria.
And up there ready to go. Gets first pitch fastball, finds a hole.
Giancarlo Stanton taking batting practice today, not yet ready to return. He's had trouble with his ribs, some soreness on his right side, and Don Mattingly saying today that might be available as a pinch hitter tonight, maybe tomorrow. Missing the last 5 games. Mattingly, in his first year managing the Marlins, came over from the Dodgers. Mattingly is the Marlins' 8th manager this decade since 2010.
That's a lot.
Now they still have Mike Redmond under their employ, but he was let go already. Ozzie Guillen's contract has expired. Dan Jennings was the general manager. He managed most of last season. He's now with Washington as an advisor. Mattingly, very well respected, and I would imagine here for a long time. There's team's owner Jeffrey Loria. Martin Prado down to strike. Jim Joyce with that signature strike call. You can close your eyes and know who's working the plate. Might be in play, and nope, that's going to get just behind the dugout. Nice grab by that patron.
Number 79 with a catch. Oh, a foul ground.
Protected those Pirate fans, though. Hey, bring your glove to the ballpark, good things happen. Curious to see how the Marlins running game is without D. Gordon. They have only attempted 7 steals the whole month of May since Gordon was suspended. Echeverria hasn't even tried one this year. Getting a decent lead over there, though. Taylor May, double play.
Those are the best kind. When it takes a ground ball, takes a middle infielder to second base. Those don't get any easier. There's a nice, easy 2-hopper. Good hop for Sean Rodriguez. A shuffle and a throw. Knowing Sean and Jay, they would probably prefer a little more degree of difficulty. That's boring.
Christian Yelich, one of the better young hitters in the game that people may not know a whole lot about. And when you share a clubhouse with Giancarlo Stanton, he gets all the headlines, and rightfully so. But Yelich, another good young hitter, along with Ozuna, who's out on deck.
Yeah, got some pop, uses the whole field.
This guy's really coming into his own. Ozuna, another young player. Be a nice tidy inning for Jeff Locke. Faces the minimum 3 and has got a 1-0 lead.
Robbie and Smikowski. Bucco's first of 4 games, and if it looks like there's a little bit of a soccer field going on in the outfield, that's because, well, there was a soccer field there yesterday. There was an international friendly competition between Colombia and Haiti, and the grounds crew literally had to work through the night. The game started at 5 last night, ended at 7. The grounds crew worked immediately right following the conclusion of the game all the way until 8:30 this morning to get the soccer field out as we get a look at the sod that came out of the field. Okay, then they had to get the baseball field back to Major League Baseball standards, and one thing worked in their favor. Number one, the mound did not have to be moved, and they did have some paint right there you can see. That should be gone within the next day or two, and they worked all the way through to do it. They had to meet the standard for Copa America Soccer to make that field playable, then get it back to Major League Baseball standards. So really, they did a great job getting this field right back into playing condition. Literally finished about 2 hours right before game time as the Marlins were set to take batting practice. And here we are playing a Major League Baseball game. The one thing, before the Pirates' trip to Puerto Rico was canceled, this game had already been pre-planned, so there was nothing they could do. So they were put in a tough spot and did a great job, guys.
That's really incredible. It always amazes me, these grounds crews that all throughout not only baseball, but we see in all the other sports with grass, to get everything turned around so quickly. It boggles my mind how they can do that. They work very, very hard.
Yes, they do. Except for those parks that have turf. There's still a couple of those. They don't do a whole bunch of anything. But yes, pretty remarkable. You know how, you go back to the old days here, for instance, when they used to play at the football stadium up the street. They would play football on Sunday and play baseball Monday. It's crazy. Then even you had to move the stands around, and they used to paint the lines, try to match the color of the grass.
Oh, I see.
So you don't see the white.
Paint them green. I guess the grass just grows here, right? And then you mow it down, and those lines will go away
eventually.
Now, moving that mound, good thing they didn't have to do that. I asked one time, the mound weighs 6 tons. 6 tons of clay. 12,000 pounds of clay would have to be moved if you have to move the mound. That's why they hope not to do it. And then you have to grade it back and pack it all in. And
I want to say, I could be wrong, but I think back when you had all the cookie cutter stadiums, Three Rivers, Riverfront, etc., I think they could just pick it up and move it. It was on like some sort of platform. They wouldn't have to rebuild the mound every time.
In the air to right. Must be a busy guy tonight. Robbie's got more on the mound. What do you got, Robbie?
Yeah, Rock actually just had a great point. The Marlins have a special mound here at Marlins Park, so all they have to do is remove that dirt under there. There are specific plates that are set up where a forklift can come in and lift the mound all in one shot. So the only thing they're doing is pulling that dirt off, and the rest of the mound is removable. So good point by Rock. He really knows his baseball fields, that they can do something like that. That was specifically designed here so they could host other sports. They have a football game here every winter, so they make it a little bit easier for the grounds crew guys to do.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I would figure if you could do it, in a turf field or whatever, you could probably do it anywhere. So it makes sense, and, especially if you plan on having other events. And now PNC Park probably don't have that because rarely are there any other events where you'd have to remove the mound, if ever.
Nicolino on solid footing there. Pirates trying to rattle him as they did in the first. That first inning run. And Polanco getting the start against the lefty. Finn Hurdle saying that Polanco's going to start against plenty of lefties. Just happened to be time for a day off yesterday against the left-hander. Might have broken his bat. 2 gone in the Pirates' second inning. Let's take a look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders and the pitchers with the fewest strikeouts per 9 innings. So the guy that doesn't strike out a lot of guys, Nicolino, leading the pack and by a large margin.
And I would think, most pitchers wouldn't want to be leading the league in such categories, but I mean, it's his game. That's the way he wants to go about doing it, and Jeff Branson knows it, and he wants these guys to adjust and try to find a way to get this guy up in the zone and try not to pull it, or else you might foul one off your ankle. Let's see if it does indeed hit him in the ankle. Yep. Doesn't feel good, even if it did hit the clay first.
Rodriguez having a fine year, 288. Getting some semi-regular action. He's played in all but 6 games, usually as a defensive replacement, pinch hitter, getting a number of starts as well.
I think it's always important for the bench guys to get some at bats, to stay sharp. And with the facing the lefties, that means more opportunities for Sean Rodriguez. They give Jordy Mercer a day off here tonight. So Sean moves to short. David Freese, who's right next to Jordy, he gets more playing time with the lefties. He's ducking out of the way.
And Marvin Hudson said Rodriguez went around. So Nicolino issuing a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the second. And let's take a look at our Allegheny Health Network injury update. Marlins second baseman Derek Dietrich struck in the back of the head with a foul ball yesterday. It deflected off the wall in the dugout, and spent a few minutes down. Made sure he got taken a look at, and spending the night in Atlanta for observation. So his teammates today, I think it was Brian Morris that came over, the former Pirate, to make sure that he was well protected with the hard hat, and left it on during all the batting practice. Took a hit with it and everything. Glad he's okay and that they could joke about it today.
They do have helmets. See, he's wearing a helmet. He didn't really need the construction helmet.
Well, it was for fun. Do you know what that is?
What is?
Fun.
Fun? Of course. I know what fun is.
They're goofing around with them.
I got it.
Ozuna cranking one to left. In this big ballpark, Marte with the room.
Yeah, you could hear it. The sound wasn't good. Ozuna, if he hits it off the barrel and gets it in the air, it's going to leave just about every ballpark, but a little off the end of the bat. You can hear it almost. Yep. Sounded like a broken bat, and still drove it almost to the wall.
Barry Bonds, Marlins hitting coach, celebrating his 30th anniversary today of his major league call-up, first big league call. Has it been that long already?
30 years. So in '86.
Called up from then AAA Hawaii. Had a nice chat with reporters before the game, and of course you and he caught up as well.
He's only 51 years old. 51 years old, which surprises me because he was called up in '86. He went to college, you know, so obviously it didn't take him long to get to the big leagues.
And you got to play 3 years in college, so do the math right there.
And me, I was in college when he got called up to Pittsburgh, and then I didn't get called up until 3 years after I left college, and so he was already in the big leagues for 5 years before I got called up. And then so as a Pirates fan, I mean, you idolized him, and so I always thought he was way older than me.
And Barry Bonds needed all of 115 games in the minor leagues before he was ready. 7-time most valuable player, 8 Gold Gloves, of course, all-time home run leader. Real Muto lines out for the second out.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable how quickly he got up there and made an impact, did damage.
Yeah, from the time of the draft to his call-up, it was less than a year.
And so, to me, the one thing I wanted to ask him is, we'll talk about it later.
Nice stop by Gung. Another solid inning from Jeff Locke, facing the minimum through 2. And through 2, Pirates up 1-0.
You by USAA. For those who gave everything that we may breathe free, we honor you.
And through 2 innings here from Miami. Pirates with a 1-0 lead. Locke, then Harrison and Andrew McCutchen here in the Pirates' third. We're talking about Barry Bonds, the Marlins hitting coach How was your conversation with him, talking about those early '90s Pirates teams?
I didn't talk anything about that. Just basically talked about, I'm curious as to him being a coach. He had an unfair advantage as a hitter, as I thought, because he had the shortest swing in the world. And he was quick to the ball, and so he was afforded more time. And he, in my opinion, was never a big mechanical hitter. He was, just see the ball and react. And so I asked him, so as you're teaching hitting or helping these guys out, are you talking more mental or more mechanical? And and he basically says, well, it's a bit of both. Certain guys you can't feed too much information. Certain guys, you tell they're not getting it, and other guys, you can feed them a little bit more. And he goes, for him, he did nothing preparation. He'd take BP, but he didn't do any of the things these guys do now, like watch video and do flips and all the other stuff. And I said, so what'd you do when you got in the batter's box? What did you see? I mean, you didn't get anything to hit. You walked 200 times a year. Then every strike you saw, you hit out of the park. He said, I just looked for the ball.
Tough play for Echeverria, and Josh Harrison with a base hit.
Heck of an effort. Not enough arm. Enough speed for Jay Hay.
Pirates with a man aboard with 1 out. And when we were talking about Barry Bonds, he was asked today by the reporters about Andrew McCutchen, and he said McCutchen will be far remembered more than his time in Pittsburgh. Just a shorter time, but look at those numbers at this point in their careers. So similar. Of course, Bonds more of a base stealer at that early point of his career, but very, very similar numbers.
Yeah. And as you look at a guy like McCutchen, a lot like Bonds, and the fact that he's so short and quick from the right side of the plate, he too is afforded a little more time than the average hitter to recognize and pick up speed and spin. But Barry seemed annoyed by the fact that everybody wants to flip. They want to hit flips. They want flip and flip. And he goes, I don't think I've ever. He said he's never hit off a tee. He's never.
Maybe when he was 5 years old.
He's never hit flips. He says, and to him, he didn't have to work very hard at it. He was just good and confident. And I think that had a lot to do with it as well.
And he was, talking today with him, he was humble too. He said, in his time with the Pirates, he was asked, what's it like to be a milestone player within an organization, with the Pirates and of course with the Giants. And he said, comparing Andrew McCutchen, he said McCutchen's going to be there a lot longer than I was with the Pirates, and he deserves so much more of that than he. But of course, Bonds accomplishing most of his accolades with the Giants. And there, number 756, surpassing Hank Aaron.
Look at the people go after that ball. But pretty impressive how this guy, without getting anything to hit, could do what he did for that many years, and even at the age that he was. And I never did get to ask him. There was rumors about him in the backfield taking on Stanton in a home run hitting contest this spring, and apparently at 51, still able to hit the ball out at will. No warm up, no nothing. Jump in the batter's box and crush the ball.
Hey, say what you want about all the things we do or do not know about things. He was a tremendous hitter, and you still have to do what you do on the baseball field to accomplish what he did. And there were few in his caliber.
There was none in his caliber.
Well, not at, yeah. I mean, if you think about what he was doing in his peak, you're right. Josh Harrison with a stolen base, his 8th.
Big jump. Big breath. Has Jay Hay been inactive the last several days? Pretty much went on first move. diving head first, and no chance for Real Muto.
Scoring position with 1 out. 2 outs, I beg your pardon.
Again, Freese pulling those hands in, looking like that's his approach. He's frustrated with himself. He couldn't do more with that pitch, but runners in scoring position, those numbers will go up.
And you're right. Harrison being waved home, and no throw from Yelich. Another 2-out single, this time from David Freese, and the Pirates lead 2-0.
Yeah, you know, for the pitcher, Nicolino, you're way ahead. You got pitches to waste. You know, they say he likes to throw the ball in his zone, get soft contact. He got some soft contact, but look where the location was. His catcher wanted it up out of the zone. He didn't get it out of the zone. Didn't get it up high enough, got enough plate. Freese able to turn on it. Didn't hit it great, but hit it well enough. Jay Hay easily around the score.
Gung, who also had a 2-out RBI single. That was back in the first inning. For a pitcher, backbreaking. For a hitter, there's probably nothing more satisfying, right?
Oh,
2-out RBI hit.
You're the best.
Young has been great at that. 5 for 11 now. There's 2-out run scoring hits with a man at second and or third. And already 18 runs batted in his 19 games this season. That's about the only way you can cool him down. Stolen base and scoring on that ball. 75 inside here, but Jung Ho Gung with a wake-up call to Rick Sofield over at third base. Hello. There's right back, flashing the signs.
Well, you have more room to move. And with the runner on first, stay back behind the bag. I think it's every third base coach with a runner on second. I mean, they're way closer to home plate, and that's. I'm surprised more guys don't get hit. You know, he's deeper here for the simple fact that with the ball hitting the right field, the runner could pick him up where he's at now, behind third base.
Those coaches' box are just merely a suggestion.
Yes. And but obviously with the runner on second, you have to be, you know, closer to home plate. Sometimes the decision has to come a little later and gives him a little more time. The runner obviously ain't going to see him coming around third if he's behind the bag.
So 3 strikeouts tonight for Nicolino, but the Pirates with another run leading 2-0. they would get hot again after that downturn. I'll look at our Volkswagen standings, and now with the win today, they've built a 7-game advantage. Pirates can get a half game back of that with a victory tonight, leading here 2-0. Bottom third of the order due up against Locke.
Rough travel for the Dodgers.
Yeah, that was a really rough go of things. Having played the Sunday night game and then the Monday afternoon affair.
They shouldn't allow that. Put somebody else on Sunday night, in my opinion. You shouldn't play a Sunday night game and then go to another city and play a day game the next day.
Logistically speaking, the players may not have been able to even, get a full night's rest, let alone a meal or anything like that. There's a base hit. Cole Gillespie trying to make the most of his time filling in for Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton should be back and starting in this series. Tom Mattingly thinks he may be available tonight. Pinch hit if needed.
Looked healthy in batting practice.
Right side concern for Stanton. His last 5 games. Rojas, the infielder, 273. Marlins had one other hit back in the first, and then Locke erased it on a double play ball. Gillespie not a threat to run. This whole Marlins team not really a threat to run, with Gordon out until the end of July, suspended. Good break from McCutchen, and he'll make a nice catch. Read that ball very well in center and gets the first out.
Can't teach speed. Rojas, see there, just slicing away from Andrew. He just runs it down, thinking he might have it shot there at Gillespie. But Gillespie only went about halfway, so easily back to first.
How do you play with this being a deeper outfield? We've seen McCutchen start to shade a little bit deeper than earlier in the year. There's more ground to cover out here.
With all the data, the charts and graphs, I mean, that's going to tell you, I think, about where to play more so than the ballpark dimensions.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo. Got a great jump on it too. Changes the complexion of the inning. Nicolino, not much of a hitter, and clearly trying to give himself up. Only 1 career hit in his 2 seasons.
1 sack so far this year. Should be a double play.
He's not going to get one there. Double play, the second turned by the Pirates here tonight.
That's why you don't bunt at the third. He's right there in front of you.
And the Pirates take a 2-0 lead into the 4th.
Toyota RAV 4th inning. The all-wheel drive RAV Hybrid has performance that will make you rethink hybrid. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates 2, Marlins nothing. 4th inning coming up. MLB.TV Premium is the #1 live streaming sports service. It delivers everything you've come to expect and more. You can watch every out-of-market game live in HD on more than 400 supported devices, and it includes a free subscription to At-Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.TV for details. Bucks and Pucks night. Good luck to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Stanley Cup entrance, taking on the San Jose Sharks. I know some would like a nice drawn-out series like the Lightning series. How about four games? Let's not have our hearts stopped. Good luck to the Pens. And here tonight, Pirates trying to start off perhaps a very good night with a victory of their own, up 2-0. That was a logo when I was first into the Penguins. That was when they switched over to that one. Ronnie Francis was my guy back then. Starling Marte trying to get aboard. Can hit home runs, steal a base, run his way on. And Rojas is out after lining out Derek Dietrich, who they were just going to give a day off to today, healthy after getting hit on that ricochet in the dugout yesterday in the head. He's in for Rojas. Not sure why. If we get word, we'll pass it along.
Marte foul the ball somewhere off. He has the shin guard. Apparently it missed that.
Dietrich a big day yesterday with a home run and 4 RBIs. Played at Georgia Tech, and Marlins were in Atlanta. Base hit for Starling Marte.
Inside out. Once again, Nicolino. We've seen him throw the cutter and the fastball in to the right-handed batters.
Now Rojas here. A big cut, kind of wincing. And that right arm not really moving. He's got a sleeve on it too. I wonder if he's had an issue with that. I don't know of anything offhand, but coming out
didn't look comfortable.
I can't be have that discomfort continue. Don Mattingly pulling him out of the game. Cervelli with a man aboard. First time tonight Pirates have had the leadoff man on. Marte can certainly run, and he's going. And he's got stolen base number 18. Second steal tonight for the Pirates.
Well, this time not Rio Muto had a chance. The ball beats Marte there. Now as Marte goes in, and maybe came off the bag. Hard to say where or how he was shaken up.
Todd Tomczyk out. Team athletic trainer to look at Marte. And when you slide over the bag, can can it get in your ribs or your hand or anything like? I mean, is it uncomfortable going over a bag like that when you're sliding head first?
Apparently. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't fast enough to go over the base, I guess. You know, it's
you stopped right at the base.
Typically, when you slide, you try to stop on the base. That's the idea, typically.
And Don Mattingly, seeing what we saw, watch his hand pop up.
But it could be, see the face into the behind of Dietrich. I mean, that's typically when you see somebody get shaken up, you know, they go in hard. You can hit a shoulder off a knee. You can hit your head off them. You can jam a finger. There's a number of different ways, I think, diving head first where you can get injured. Many more.
So the Marlins on this challenge. This is fascinating because Marte's hand does appear to come off the base. It appears that Dietrich has the glove on his hand, but the ball, as it's defined, as we're told it's defined, it's got to be in the very back of the glove for an out on a replay, right? Well, he's got it in the heel of his glove. Is that in his glove by definition?
If it's not moving, it's in his glove. I mean,
and see, as he brings it up, it's not coming out. So
I mean, he just caught it in the palm, and it's not moving.
Right.
I mean,
watch that left hand come up. There's the glove, and he does maintain control of the ball. The thigh, the knee does not get in right away. Fascinating. Well, this Marlins definitely have at least something here. And we're getting the call from New York. He's out. So the challenge is won by the Marlins, and by the most intricate of details, replay reverses the call.
And see it more and more where infielders are holding the ball, at least trying to hold the glove, the tag on the runner because of this. We've seen it where runners slide feet first and come off the bag, head first, come off the bag.
So Marte, instead of steal number 18, only the 4th time all year he's been thrown out. Don Mattingly wins the challenge, racing the leadoff man. And as you can hear now, a strike on Cervelli. During that challenge, Marte was getting checked out. He seemed to be okay. It's still humid here, even though the AC is on and roof is closed.
Much more comfortable here than in Arlington.
Outdoor facility in the very humid, warm climes of the Metroplex. Now, when you played here, this was, of course, in the whatever it was named at that particular time, and changed so many things at Joe Robbie Stadium originally. Was it very warm there? I mean,
it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was absolutely brutal. Yeah, every day.
The rain, the afternoon rain shower. Did you have that?
Rained every day, humid every day. If you went outside during the day, you better be by the pool or the ocean. Yeah, I don't know how people can live down here in the summer.
Well, maybe just coming for a little vacation. A lot of black and gold here today. So far, in that informal survey, there's 8 out of 9 fans here are Pirate fans. Not a scientific survey there. Toward the corner. And Gillespie can't get there.
Wondering if a fan hit that. Somebody was. You can't see from where we are. We can't see down the line there. And you could see the fans reaching over, trying to make a catch. Nope, he missed it.
Realizing that would potentially take an out away. High in the air to left. Yelich with room. 2 gone in the Pirates' 4th. And you can catch the Pirates on Saturday when they host the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim at 4:05. Head on out to the North Shore and be one of the first 20,000 fans through the gates. You receive this Pirates fedora presented by Coca-Cola. Go to pirates.com, get your tickets, coming out, see the Buccos when they return home. That would be a fun cap. You put like the word press on the side of it, right, and walk around if.
Yes, you could.
The pictures you'd see of newspapermen or whatever long ago. Of course, it's a stylish thing now, but back in those days, right? Thanks for humoring me.
I have nothing. Got nothing.
You deserve. I deserve nothing for that.
I got nothing. Most things folks wear are for style, are they not?
We're noticing a lot of that down here.
Yes.
This is a stylish area. Getting some pointers. I'll take back home.
No, you leave everything here. You don't dress like any of these folks down here. You'll get looked at.
See, I'm a 38-year-old dad. Oh yeah, I don't think I really want to. Yeah. See, that's more of my look.
No, that's stylish.
Yeah. Nicolino, caught stealing. It's the next 2. 5 hits for the Buccos. Pillbox hat and all. Solemn remembrance. Memorial Day, and just between innings, Marlins pitcher Tom Kohler, Billy Marlin, and the military personnel receiving a gift. Nice tribute between innings. Jeff Locke now has faced the minimum through 3.
Yeah, allowed a couple of hits, but was able to get out of it.
Popped up about midfield.
A couple of double plays for Locke. That's to be a little bit frustrating for a leadoff hitter. You get up, get a base hit, and then you don't have your second at bat until the 4th inning.
Not frustrating for Jeff Locke.
No.
He's pitched more and more effectively as this season's gone on.
Yes, he has. And again, a little bit different than we've seen in the past in terms of how he goes about his business. I know he and Ray Search have worked on some things. And, we've seen some sliders a couple of starts ago, a lot of sliders actually. more change-ups this year than last. Changing location with the fastball, working it more in and out. There's the slider right there. Good location. I don't think Martin Prado liked it. Looked over at his dugout and said, wow.
I didn't know that guy threw a slider.
Upstairs with the fastball, says Cervelli.
Locke also saying that he's done more preparation in terms of learning hitters and things like that. Sometimes that can be information overload, but for Locke, trying to figure out any which way to gain an advantage, get better, and quite frankly, with the crop of young arms developing down in the minor leagues, the Pirates are going to have some interesting decisions, if not this year, next year perhaps. So Locke wants to make sure there will be no decision made. At least not with him, right?
And again, he hopes not. Anybody in a rotation, anybody has a job, hopes to keep their job, obviously, and if you pitch well enough, you will. And sure, there's rumors and whispers, and everybody expects to see this young talent get to the major leagues. And each and every one of these starters,
it's their job to keep them down there forever.
They don't want to give anybody an opportunity, and obviously you can't control injury, but in terms of performance.
Juan Nicasio also in the rotation. Coming off of a tough first inning in Texas. That's just the 44th pitch from Jeff Locke with 2 outs in the 4th inning, so he's been efficient too.
Yes. A lot of soft contact. Last pitch, another good slider.
Mariano, a tough start his last time around. Trying to get that fastball command back and sharpened again. Up. Look what I found.
Heck of a play. Sean Rodriguez times his jump perfectly. Gets up, takes a hit away.
Sean Rodriguez climbing the ladder, helping out Locke. And the Pirates still lead 2-0. Have a 2-0 lead. A couple of 2-out run scoring singles. Gung and then Freeze, and some good defense to boot.
Boy, and the moving his feet too. It's not like it's a line drive right at you. Time your jump. He had to move a little quick step to his right, then time it, then
get the ball at its peak.
Feeling good, gets to lead off the inning. Hit deep to center. But enough room for Ozuna.
I'm sure there's been a lot of frustrated hitters that come to this ballpark and hit a ball well to straightaway center field just for an out. Just at the end of the glove.
And Rodriguez nearly missing a home run by a good margin. This ballpark used to be a lot deeper to center field, so now a little bit more gettable in center. 407 now. All that greenery there, the wall was behind that before. The fence is lowered as well, and try to see if he can get something over that wall. This had long been the toughest park, or one of, each year to hit home runs in, even with Stanton as a part of that factor. Yeah, that all brought in all the way around there. Still plays big.
Yes, it does. You know who makes it look small, though?
I don't know if you noticed today watching batting practice. Ichiro. Tiny little Ichiro.
I didn't notice him, no.
He can hit a ball a long way.
He got on that little hot streak filling in for Stanton. Of course, not starting tonight, left-handed batter against the lefty Locke, but he went on a little run against Tampa Bay.
Oh,
and what a play by Prado. So both teams flashing the gloves here tonight. Board. Josh Harrison straight up burglarized.
well, you love to see it happen when your teammate's doing it. You don't like it when you're at the plate, though. Josh Harrison rips one hard, and Prado, the step, the extension, times it all perfectly. And watch J-Hay. Come on. Seriously?
Okay. Tip the cap. Justin Nicolino getting some good deep behind him. Ozuna. That easy power. But one pitch, one out for Locke. Just cruising.
Yeah, talked about the leadoff hitter, Echeverria. Just getting a second at bat in the fourth. Yeah, if you're the fourth hitter, you expect to get your second at bat before the fifth. But Jeff Locke doing a nice job mixing up the pitches, the location, changing speed.
Doing it against a heavily right-handed lineup. Marlins coming into tonight the highest batting average of any National League team against left-handed starters. So left-handed pitching overall, in fact. Real Muto lined out to right. Back in the second.
Locke at 92, up out over the plate. Gets a swing and a miss. Another one. Good late movement on that one, tailing away. Watch the late tail. Just runs away from the end of the bat.
Now movement, that's more important, say, than even just a number, right? The number of miles per hour.
In a lot of cases, sure. Movement's more important than velocity. And that's the way you miss the barrel of the bat a lot of times.
And he gets him strike three call. First strikeout tonight for Locke.
And again, late movement. This pitch starts off the plate in, and you'll see some late movement. Actually catching more plate than I thought. I thought it was on the edge, and but pretty much where Cervelli was holding the mitt.
Now Chris Johnson. Got him to ground out to third his first time around. He has hit very well in his career against Locke. Not looking good there, though. Locke has faced the minimum. He's allowed a couple of singles. That's coming into tonight. And Freeze will have a play.
Beautiful.
Jeff Locke has faced 15 batters through 5 innings, and he's in control.
Thank you for your service. Hope you enjoy that baseball. Bucks lead 2-0. Well, both teams tonight wearing the camouflage hats and the camouflage lettering and numbers. Well, this isn't the only time the Miami Marlins are going to be playing a game involving the military. These are photos of a facility that is in the process of being constructed at Fort Bragg. They're going to play a Fort Bragg game. It's Sunday, July 3rd. It's going to be a 12,500 seat ballpark. They're going to play the Atlanta Braves, and it's going to be the first professional contest of any sport, as we get a look at the Point Park tweets and Instagrams, the shots of the stadium. It's going to be the first professional contest, Joe and Rock, of any sport being played on an active military base. It's going to be super cool. Again, that's Sunday, July 3rd, and Christian Yellett's going to be a special time for him. His brother Cameron, serving in the U.S. Marine Corps, is currently stationed in Japan, so it has a special meaning for him. And here's the coolest part of the whole entire thing. Once the game is played, the facility is going to remain there, and they're going to convert it to a permanent softball facility for those who serve at Fort Bragg as a gift from MLB and the Players Association. How about that?
That is pretty nice. And a nice gesture all around. Christian Yelich of the Marlins. And 1 to Andrew McCutchen. Pirates with 5 hits, but 2 at key times. 2 out-run scoring singles by Gung and Freeze. This one is foul.
Just a little bit out in front. We talked in the open about the Pirates and their successes against left-handed pitching. 6-3 through their first 9 games. A lot of guys like facing lefties, including Andrew McCutchen, who has historically crushed the southpaw. But Andrew off to a slow start against lefties this year.
Coming into tonight, 231. But yeah, the last 5 years, 3rd best in baseball against lefties in terms of batting average. So you figure that will trend back up.
Oh yeah. He's getting close to getting into that run where he just crushes the ball, hits it out of the park, drives them in.
He gets a base hit right there. Leadoff man aboard on the single by McCutchen. And on the latest Inside Pirates baseball, some of the Pirates' top prospects are dominating in Indianapolis. Plus, after that terrible knee injury, Jung Ho Gung battling his way back. All that and more on Inside Pirates baseball, presented by Allegheny Health Network, tomorrow after postgame, right here on Root Sports. Gung on deck, already with an RBI single with 2 outs. That came back in the first. Real Muto trying to settle down Nicolino as Jose Urena getting up. And Don Mattingly making his way out here after the leadoff man reaching in the 6th inning. Nicolino had 85 pitches. He's been taken out of games with throwing fewer pitches so far this season.
It's interesting how this has gone about here. You know, 6th inning, 2-0 game. You're facing the leadoff batter, and you'd think Don Mattingly would have a pretty good idea. He was going to take him out if McCutchen got on, so to waste that much time to get a pitcher ready is a bit odd.
And Urena coming on here in the 6th. Special Inside Pirates Baseball, looking back at the career of Al Oliver. And despite personal struggles, Oliver finding brilliant success in baseball. You can see his story and hear from the other former Pirate All-Star on Inside Pirates Baseball. Al Oliver's scoop tonight after postgame, right here on Root Sports. That's it for Justin Nicolino, facing one batter in the 6th. Jose Urena. I like saying his name.
Urena. 101, 605, 16th appearance, 19 and a third. Just 11 strikeouts, 9 walks. Opponents hitting a healthy 291 against them.
So Nicolino, just 85 pitches. And Real Muto calling time.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious there. They had Real Muto go out and waste some time, and he went out and chatted with Nicolino for a while, and then Mattingly took his time getting out, and he went out there and chatted for a while. And was just giving more and more time for the reliever to get ready. Maybe because McCutchen saw so many pitches, maybe they weren't comfortable with letting him go on any further. But
maybe Freese is 2 for 2 against Nicolino tonight. I don't know.
But my thing is, if McCutchen gets on, I'm taking him out. Well, I'm having my guy ready. I don't have to waste time to get my reliever ready. That's what I don't understand. Why do we have to waste so much time? If we're getting them on and taking them out, then the reliever should be up and ready to go.
Surely.
Because if he hits a first pitch fastball in the left field for a base hit, you can't take if your reliever's not ready, you can't take him out. So that's why I'm thinking maybe because of how many pitches it took before McCutchen's hit, which was 8, maybe played a factor. It's another reliever throwing 95. Average.
Sharp contrast. Right-hander versus the lefty, hard thrower. David Freese is 3 for 3. And McCutchen's going to be able to get to third. Freese will advance as well. And runners in scoring position with nobody out.
Again, a nice approach from David Freese. Getting playing time, making the most of it. And that fastball down out of the zone and on the inner half. And he's still able to pull the hands in and slap it the other way.
They award Freese a double. Must be having that one kick away from him.
Lucky it didn't get by him. Nobody was behind him. He made that commitment to come in and try to make a catch.
Ooh. McCutchen trying to field that ball. And everyone trying to get out of the way of that bat.
A little bit of an indecisive swing from Jung Ho. Pitch that was appeared to be in off the plate.
Never get to play the infield, so all right. McCutchen the lead runner at third. David Freese at second. Big chance here. Marlins bringing the infield in except for at short. Prado also back a couple of steps behind the bag at third. Left side back, right side in.
And they're going to keep pounding him in. If Jung Ho continues to offer at the pitch that's off the plate in, why go anywhere else? Look where these pitches are. I mean, that's 6-8 inches.
Oh, Prado does it again.
And they quit going in. They go away with the breaking ball. And very good base running from Andrew McCutchen. And nobody out, you're on third base. That's the whole idea. If there's a line drive at the third baseman, you have to be close enough to the bag to be able to get back and not get doubled off. Breaking ball left on the plate, probably wanted to try to get a chase, and so Andrew just a couple of steps away, easily getting back.
And now with first base open, I'll work around Marte and walk him to get to Cervelli. Cervelli with 2 hits yesterday, but so far in May hitting at 197. That's ball 4.
Just the 5th walk on the year for Starling.
Yeah, the first time he's been intentionally passed. And so a conversation. Juan Nieves, fine pitching coach, author of a no-hitter during his career. To coach up Urena and how to pitch Cervelli here. A big chance for the Buccos, up 2-0. Make this one a one-sided affair.
Chance to break it open, and so much for the 30-second clock.
We're seeing all sorts of violations here. We saw the delay to get the pitcher warmed up. We've seen an intentional walk. Now we see a mound visit that lasts a little too long. That's what Rob Manfred has been talking about. He's the commissioner of baseball, trying to make games a little quicker. There's a lot of little ways to nip and tuck. He's committed to it. Cervelli has flied out twice. 9-pitch at bat his last time around. That's a ball inside, Tim Joyce tells us. Cervelli in his career .304 with the bases loaded. Couple of grand slams. Tough play, and everyone's going to be safe. McCutchen is in. Infield single for Cervelli. Pirates up 3-0.
Yep, you don't have to always hit it hard. And once this gets past the pitcher, nothing anybody can do about it. A little jam shot, just a little chopper, but you see how far he falls off to the first base side. Urena. And with him falling so much to the first base side, couldn't recover in time. Cervelli happy about it. Not his hardest hit single, but an RBI.
Number 21. Base is still loaded for Polanco. Now he gets to face a righty. Although he has done well against lefties this year. There's Cervelli. Couple of hits yesterday. Crucial one there, even though, hey, I don't care if it goes 70 feet. Polanco bouncing out twice today. Nothing Pirates.
Whoa.
Run assessed to Nicolino, 3 runs in his 5+, and now all these runners on the line of Urena.
This goes under him. Barely getting out of the way.
Looking for his first career grand slam. It's not the pitch.
Memory serves me correctly, first career homer came in this ballpark.
In his 4th career game. Good memory. He had 5 hits.
Extra inning homer against the lefty.
In the 13th inning.
Is it done?
Was Mike Dunn. And this one launched into deep right field and gone. The first career grand slam for Gregory Polanco. And it went to the right man. Home run number 8. Pirates on top 7-0.
And no cheapie. I mean, this is like Mike Stanton like, or Giancarlo Stanton like, an absolute missile. This ball way gone on a line. Almost seemed like it was still going up. Some kind of impressive.
First career grand slam for Polanco. And the Pirates cash in. Now with 35 runs batted in.
Fastball up, out over the plate. Don't think he knows it.
What a great swing.
Fans knew it right away. I mean, it cleared the seats out there. I mean, it's over the bullpen.
In one of the bigger parks in baseball.
Polanco doesn't need the fences moved in.
The Pirates striking for 5 in the inning. Oh, what a pretty swing. Wow. Broke his bat. Urania still gets the second out. Well, that's a .392 marker out there in right center. That is not where they moved the fence in. That's been there since they built this ballpark. And he still clears that by plenty.
I see. I guess it did stay. I thought it went. Is that a wall? I guess that's a wall. I knew it. It looked like it cleared those seats.
I love that the Bucko fan got it wearing his Marlins hitting coach old-fashioned Barry Bonds jersey. Got the Pens hat on. 423 feet that was estimated.
What was it?
423. And brought in 4 runs.
No, I believe that landed 423 feet away. But if it doesn't hit the wall, it goes further than 423 feet.
And it got out so quickly.
Yes.
8th home run, 35 RBIs. What a breakthrough year. Polanco signing that contract extension and saying that it's just helped him relax. He's been so patient at the plate. I think the telltale number is that he leads the team in walks.
Yep.
With all those power numbers. Pirates send up 8 in the inning, score 5 times, capped by the Polanco grand slam. Yellowwood bringing the lumber. Gregory Polanco sure did. First career grand slam. There's Frank Connolly, Pirates president, here tonight. You know, I was just thinking about how with Polanco, guys like him, players from the Dominican Republic, the Pirates, he and the principal owner, Bob Nutting, coming up with a strengthened commitment to the Dominican Republic and building the academy down there and increased scouting. Starling Marte, so many other young players who we're yet to know who could be starring for the Pirates here in the future, but trying to bring an influx of new talent and furthering their commitment to making sure the Pirates remain a not only competitive ball club but a winning ball club and bring in a World Series to Pittsburgh.
It's, if you can't be a player in the free agent market for the big names, you have to develop your own. Two places you find the talent: the draft and international.
And we're seeing the fruits of that labor. Jeff Locke facing the minimum through 5 1/3. Let's take a look at some Point Park tweets after the grand slam. Polanco has turned into a monster at the plate this season. Stan trying to give me credit for
Well, yeah, we'll say you called it.
a couple pitches before. I was just pointing out that he hadn't hit one yet.
That's
Grand
a
slam
call
for the Magic Man. Now Marte, earlier this year I had the fortune of just looking for the stat. Just coincidence. Both those men hitting their first career grand slams this season, and I would anticipate many more. Big inning too. We're talking about that. You know, you think, all right, bases loaded. You get 1, maybe 2 in this inning. You feel good. How about 5 in that inning? And really putting the Marlins on their heels now, especially the way Locke has pitched.
Yeah, he could just pound the zone. A lot of breathing room.
Kind of playing catch tonight.
Get over.
David Freese tags the bag.
Cervelli wanted to make sure he got over.
On this Memorial Day, USAA honors our fallen soldiers. Day of solemn remembrance here, Memorial Day. Hope you've enjoyed the weekend and the fruits of the men and women who have fought. Here is Ichiro pinch hitting for Urena. A marvel at age 42.
They say he comes into work on days off. They say he works harder than anybody.
I believe it. Now, how about this? How much would you pay to watch Barry Bonds working with Ichiro? Bonds, the Marlins hitting coach, 2 of the greatest hitters ever. Talk about great left-handed hitters, and in different styles.
Way different styles.
Ichiro nearing his 3,000th major league hit. Jeff Locke getting everybody out tonight. Just 2 singles. He's faced the minimum through 6. Pirates enjoying a 7-0 lead.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the all-new Chevy Cruze and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Barrel. Check out barreltires.com and never overpay for tires again. Let's go Bucks!
7-0 Pirates. Fun one here tonight in Miami in the series opener. In this 4-game set. It'll make you want to dance. At least her. Here's the veteran Edwin Jackson.
4.70 ERA, 7 2/3 innings. More walks than strikeouts, 6-4.
Top of the order with Josh Harrison, the leadoff spot tonight. Marlins started a left-hander, so Glenn Hurdle going with Harrison, who's back and healthy after battling illness. And an infield hit tonight, stole a base, scored a run, and robbed of another on a couple of nice plays by Martin Prado tonight. Glenn Hurdle shuffling his lineup around. A lot of lefties here. It'll be in the midst of 5 out of 7 left-handed starters. There's Prado's made a couple of good plays on line drives. The Pirates prior to that Texas series had faced 7 lefty starters all year, and they're facing 5 in a week. So let's see some left-handed batters starting against the lefties. Hurdle set. Foul tip and a strikeout. And the Bucks returning home Friday. It's a free shirt Friday. And they take on the Angels at 7:05. If you're one of the first 20,000 through the turnstiles, you receive a free Pirates 1971 t-shirt presented by Sheets. Go to pirates.com/free shirt Friday. Bring the kids. Bring your glove. Get a t-shirt. Teaching them right off the bat. There's our stylish man. Bring your glove. Get a ball. McCutchen starting that 5-run 6th with a base hit. 1 out of 3 tonight.
Oh.
Seven 0 Pirates here in the 7th. Meanwhile, looking at Jeff Locke too, 68 pitches through 6 innings.
Hey, the Pirates looking for their first career, or first complete game of the year. He's on pace to do it. Anytime you have a nice lead like this, nice comfortable lead.
One hanging up there for McCutchen. And a good play by Yelich for the 2nd out.
A shoestring catch. You don't see those anymore. Just bend over and catch it. Usually they slide for those. I like it.
And just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller time later in the game. Brought to you by Miller Lite. No one's getting David Freese out tonight. 3 for 3. 2 doubles and a single. Gregory Polanco with his first career grand slam. That also extended his hitting streak to 8 games. But it also turned this game into a one-sided affair.
Polanco now with 8 home runs. And everybody said, oh, he has the power. You know, the swing produced more line drives, more ground balls since he's been in the big leagues. And they said, yeah, it'll develop. The swing will change, and we'll start getting the ball more airborne, creating a little more backspin. And I didn't expect it to happen this quick.
You were talking with your old teammate Barry Bonds, the Marlins hitting coach, before the game about how short his swing was. Is Polanco's swing now? Barry Bonds, one of the best left-handed swings of all time, of course, but is it starting to become more like Bonds's in terms of being shorter to the ball, so to speak?
I couldn't compare anybody's swing to Barry Bonds, but Gregory Polanco's swing much shorter this year than it was last year. I'll say that.
And he came back down on the bag. Yeah, not to compare those two, but in terms of moving closer to that. 1-2-3 inning for Edwin Jackson. Pirates have a 7-0 lead here in Miami. And here on Memorial Day, special festivities before the game and here at the stretch as well. And we'll sing God Bless America here.
America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. Yeah, God bless America, my home sweet home.
Let's hear it for Terrell T.
We had a good stretch. Jeff Locke out to his best stretch of baseball pitched this season. He is rolling, retiring 11 in a row, facing the minimum. He's given up 2 base runners, one Echeverria to start the first, a base hit, and Gillespie leading off the third. And he's 1 for 3 now after Jeff Locke getting the first out very quickly. Take a look at where we've been in this affair, and Gregory Polanco with his first career grand slam, capping a 5-run 6th inning. Echeverria and Gillespie the lone hits for the Marlins, the lone base runners, both erased on double plays, as Locke now facing the minimum through the first 6 1/3 innings on just 70 pitches. And you said it, Rock. He might, if he keeps this going, he's going to go the distance today. You'd think.
Hope so. Keep pounding the strike zone. Keep getting weak contact. Like that. Beautiful.
Early in counts. Third time that Prado's grounded out today. And look at the pitches by inning. No more than 13 pitches in an inning.
That's great. You get under 10. 3 innings with just 10. You get under that here.
Yeah, 15, 16. Okay, you're fine with that. Ray Searage would say that's okay. 15 pitch inning. The Pirates like to look at, all right, did you retire a batter in 3 or fewer pitches? Locke's done that plenty of times tonight. Yelich lined out on that leaping snare by Rodriguez his last time. Another weak ground ball.
Easy.
And Jeff Locke needing just 6 pitches to get through that inning. He's at 74, facing the minimum through 7.
The cast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
There's our day automotive this day in Pirates history. Back in 1966, Pirates sweeping a doubleheader from the Cubs. The first game, a 3-2 win. Roberto Clemente, a 2-run home run in the 6th, scored the game-winning run. And then in game 2, a go-ahead 2-run home run, 3 RBIs for that game, and the Bucks winning the nightcap 5-3. Meanwhile, Jeff Locke, 74 pitches. He sent down 14 Marlins in a row. 21 batters faced through the first 7 innings. That's the minimum. Give up 2 base hits, erased on double plays.
He's done a nice job of conserving energy when he went to the plate. Just to make sure you don't waste any extra energy in this humidity down here.
He's already gotten 3 at bats. How about Garrett Cole going tomorrow? Who will oppose the Marlins ace Jose Fernandez.
That's a great one. Have to tune into that one.
Cole trying to. And there's Fernandez, who back and healthy after missing part of last season, first part.
No, Bob Locke will be tuned in.
Yeah. Bob not on the trip, just precautionary. He's healthy and fine after having that minor surgery. Back in 3 days, ready to work again. Gun into the rafters.
That's a big league pop-up.
So one away in the Pirates' 8th. Let's take a look at our Nissan road ahead and a 4-game series. So Cole v. Fernandez Manana. That is a couple of aces twirling in that one. Then the lefties Neeson Conley, Nicasio, and Wei Yan Chen in the finale. All night games. Fernandez at 7-2. Cole at 5-3. Both with sub-3 ERAs. Both coming out of that 2011 draft. Cole pick number 1, Fernandez later in that first round. Starling Marte a single. Intentionally walked and scored ahead of that grand slam by Polanco. Fernandez recovering from Tommy John surgery, brought back last season, halfway through the year. Broke his bat. Beat it out easily.
Easily. And you watch him run. I mean, he's kind of watching the play as he runs down first base and just knows. I mean, yeah, smart hitting, Starling. He just gets out of the box so quickly. He's out over the front foot. And Echeverria does all he can. Watch him. Look up. Just looks so calm. He gets down the line as fast as anybody.
And you get down the line faster if you just run it out instead of looking back at the shortstop or seeing how the play's developing. Just run. Marvin Hudson will tell you if you're safe or not.
He can motor. And this is actually somewhat rare nowadays, where the first baseman not holding the runner on. I mean, it is 7-0 and you shouldn't go, but more and more these days it could be a 6-run lead. It used to be anything over 4. You wouldn't hold the runner on at first base after, say, the 6th inning or so. But nowadays, we've seen it be 6-0, 7-0 in the 6th or 7th inning, and they continue to hold the runners on, but you're not going to pile on the 7-run lead this late.
Cervelli with an infield single with the bases loaded back in the 6th. That preceded Polanco's grand slam. Polanco with that first career grand slam, that laser out to right center.
Jackson, just 32 years old. It seems like he's been around forever.
It's because he has.
About his 10th team. And this guy made his big league debut. I'm amazed at this. He made his big league debut on his 20th birthday.
I remember it.
And he was drafted as an outfielder, which makes it more amazing.
Yeah, very briefly. Born in Germany, Edwin Jackson. His dad was a military cook, and I had the good fortune of calling the games in Jacksonville, Florida, when he was coming up through their system, and he was one of the more talented Dodgers pitchers at that time, and now a reliever, but early in his career, even a harder thrower.
It really has stayed in the rotation up until last year. He's made 262 starts in his career. Always had the good arm, never had the great control.
There's 1 and 2, a double play. Gets the Marlins out of the inning. The Pirates have accumulated 7 already, up 7-0.
is brought to you by Kenny Ross, Total Confidence Pricing, and by Levin Mattress, located in all Levin furniture showrooms and freestanding stores. Let's go Bucks!
7-0 Pirates enjoying this one here in the series opener from Miami. And the black and gold beating the teal tonight. Jeff Locke facing the minimum on just 74 pitches through 7 innings.
Pretty impressive, and just pounding the zone. You see just the one strikeout, so not trying to be fancy, not trying to get swings and misses, just working the corners.
You know, it's funny, we were talking about Justin Nicolino. That's kind of his MO, the Marlins starter who's since part of the game tonight. Just try to induce contact, not strike out a lot of guys. Jeff Locke struck out 1 batter tonight. He's gotten a lot of early contact the first 2 or 3 pitches of the at bat.
Yep.
But behind a dangerous hitter in Ozuna.
I like it. And when you're up 7-0 late in the ball game, you can afford to come right at the hot cleanup hitter. Look at that, 2 in a row. Just hit it if you can.
Now there's a chance here if Locke gets Ozuna. He's been on base 36 straight games. He's hitting .434 in May.
Crushes left-handed pitching.
Almost hitting .500 coming into tonight. And Locke's going to try to get him to be 0 for 3 tonight. No easy task. There's 2 singles by the Marlins, both erased on double plays.
Barry Bonds, hitting coach, can't be thrilled with his team's offensive production. Opposing teams, when they get shut down by a guy that has no offense, we all know Jeff Locke's capable of doing this. We've seen it in the past. More weak contact. Again, Ozuna down.
Jeff Locke has been masterful. And when there has been a runner on, and that's been so rare, he's gotten the double play ball. And some good leather behind him. There's the strikeout. Need to strike out 10 batters in a game to be dominant.
But I think as opposing managers are concerned, I think there's been more heated clubhouse meetings hosted by your manager. When they if you got shut down by a guy with average numbers, managers hate that. They feel like there was a lack of preparation, or you kind of maybe overlooked the guy, or whatever the case may be. And more times than not, I think when the offense has struggled, if there was some screaming and hollering, a tongue lashing, it was because you let a guy that doesn't have great numbers shut you down.
But do you let him shut you down, or did he just pitch very well?
That's my point. My point is, we've seen Jeff Locke pitch well. We've seen him shut down opposing offenses. We've seen him put up zeros, and like he's doing tonight. And again, total command of the game. Starting to look like, for the first time tonight, that he hasn't been as sharp. Up in the zone a little bit, back-to-back 3-ball counts.
8-pitch at bat to Ozuna, the longest of the night. We're nitpicking.
Yes.
He still faced the minimum. Through now 7 2/3. And we get a note from Pirates PR that the last time a Pirates pitcher had faced the minimum in a complete game shutout, John Candelaria back in 1982, showing you how unusual this outing is for any pitcher. Last time a Pirates pitcher facing 27 men. There you go, right there. Since the last 100+ years, 3 men in a Pirate uniform going 9 innings facing 27 men and pitching a shutout. Woody Fryman, very good big league pitcher for a long time, and I don't know Bob Harmon. Just 102 years ago.
There we go.
And he's through 8. Jeff Locke has set down 17 straight Marlins. Still 7-0 Buccos. And the Pirates here on Memorial Day with a 7-0 advantage as we go to the 9th. Glenn Hurdle taking a look at what he has seen tonight and his options for the 9th. Jeff Locke at only 90 pitches. He's never pitched into the 9th inning as a starting pitcher.
And you know, Clint Hurdle doesn't even want to pick up the phone. He doesn't want the bullpen to move.
Second hit of the night for Polanco. Now it's been a special night for Jeff Locke. And usually we're seeing hugs or anything. No, he's going to bat in this inning. That means he's going to come out and start the 9th inning.
And it makes the decision so much easier when it's 7-0 instead of, say, 2 or 3-0.
And Locke's been around for a few years now. He's not just in his first throws. You don't need to protect the arm. He hasn't labored at all tonight.
No.
He's only faced 3 hitters with a man on base. He's faced the minimum through 8, 24 men, and got 2 double play balls to erase the 2 singles that he's allowed. This one hit deep to right. Toward the corner and gone. A home run for Sean Rodriguez. Right down the line. Rodriguez home run number 6. It's 9-0.
He has that kind of pop. Pirate fans might not realize it, but he has that kind of power. He can go out the center. Just missed going out the center back in the 5th inning. He can go out the left We've seen some bombs that way. He can go out to right, make a mistake up out over the plate. Quite capable.
Pirates with a pair of home runs tonight.
You see fastball elevated, top of the zone, outer third. He knew he hit it good. He thought he had enough. Jackson was hoping he didn't.
RBIs number 16 and 17. Tying last year's season total in runs batted in. Almost found itself a seat. Jeff Locke getting a 4th at bat. That is rarer and rarer. You know, I was kidding Steve Blass the other day. Steve Blass, the last century of Pirates baseball, the only Pirates pitcher to have 4 hits in a game. I was thinking, I told him, I said, you don't see a pitcher even get 4 at bats in a game anymore.
Yeah,
Locke did tonight.
And typically, the only time you do see it is when there's a lot of runs scored. And obviously, the Pirates have scored a lot of runs, but also Jeff Locke.
There's Steve Blass on the left, you know him. 4 hits in a game. Josh Harrison with a hit tonight. Everybody but Locke in the Pirates lineup with at least 1 hit. Would you say Locke was conserving his energy?
That's it. Take it easy.
Yeah.
No use running the bases. Not even worth a jog on a ground ball. Just take 3 and go rest.
This one hit well to right. And Gillespie can't get it. Extra bases for Josh Harrison.
And he's got some pop that way as well. You can't just assume because he's a second baseman, he's not a very big guy, that he doesn't have power the opposite way. I really believe that Gillespie's was surprised it carried as far as it did. He was kind of looked like coasting after it at first, and then realized I better turn it up a notch. Still couldn't get to it.
Now McCutchen signaled and scored a run, starting off that 5-run 6th inning. That's what created the separation. Pirates up 9-0 in the 9th.
Such a balanced attack too by this Pirates offense. I mean, Polanco's kind of out in front with the RBIs with 35. And then you have 10 Pirates with between 15 and 25 RBIs.
Very consistent, yeah.
Very balanced.
Polanco's kind of surged to the head of the pack. You're right. McCutchen hitting better in May. David Freese has been a steady presence with his 3 hits tonight. And it doesn't matter if it's the bench guy, Jung Ho Gung, back in the lineup. Bench guy, it seems that there's a very blurred line between starters and the bench guys because they're all performing. Even Cole Figueroa the other night, his first start comes through. Got on base both times, drove in a run, base hit. Matt Joyce has been great as a pinch hitter and in the starting role. Jaso handling first base and doing what he has done throughout his career at the bat. That's the second out in the Pirates' 9th inning, and let's go downstairs to Robbie.
Well, tomorrow night is Twitter Tuesday, and our guest is closer Mark Melancon. Send in your questions right now. Use the hashtag #BucksTuesday. Anything you have on your mind for closer Mark Melancon, we'll sit him down in the pregame and also bring some answers during the ball game tomorrow night. So send away and ask anything you would like. Go.
Well, that'd be fun. What do you think about Jeff Locke? This is going to get another run home. David Freese with his 4th hit tonight, driving in Harrison. Pirates up 10-0.
It's a thing of beauty. Staying inside and just content. Not trying to pull, not trying to get greedy. Taking what they're giving you. And another fastball that's down and in that he slams into right center field. And I think they continue to go in there thinking that he can't keep hitting the ball right if we keep pounding him in, can he? That's what he's done all night.
3rd career 4-hit night for David Freese, and now with 10 runs scored in just this first game, already $10 off those tickets in an upcoming home series for the Pirates. And remember, it's the total of the runs scored in all 4 games of this series, so you're already getting $10 off.
Yeah, well, maybe some free ones. I think one of the first times we used this promotion, there were free tickets.
Keep tuning in and see how many they put up. Already 10 tonight. Gunn drove in 1 back in the 1st. 3 more here in the 9th. Pirates have pounded out 14 hits. Jeff Locke has retired 17 straight Marlins and faced the minimum through 8 shutout innings. This is about as one-sided an affair you can have.
Indeed.
If you could ever have a night off as a manager,
yeah,
you really can't, but if you ever could have one. Hit well to right. Will it stay in? Yes. Gillespie with just enough room. Pirates collect 3 more. And Jeff Locke, for the first time, out on the mound in the 9th. Cole takes on Jose Fernandez, and our coverage begins at 6:30 with Pirates pregame, presented by WB Mason, right here on Root Sports. We may have seen the best pitching performance of the series, though, here tonight.
it's hard to top this.
Jeff Locke pitching in the 9th inning for the first time as a big leaguer.
Pitches. Very comfortable lead.
Ray Searage proud, I'm sure.
No question.
He'll face the bottom of the order. He's faced the minimum tonight. Gillespie, Dietrich, and then a pinch hitter.
92 still. He's been at that mark several times. Up. Another swing and miss.
More weak contact.
Another easy out.
One away in the ninth. And Derek Dietrich, who came in the game for Miguel Rojas, left with some sort of malady after his first at bat. This one line foul. You know, they have a term that's kind of been popularized in recent years. If you throw a complete game shutout and you throw fewer than 100 pitches, they call it a Maddox.
Yeah.
Greg Maddux did it a lot. Pirates have not had one of those since Jeff Karstens did it 5 years ago against the Astros.
Dietrich didn't like that. Thought it was away.
Yeah, if a Pirate does it, maybe call it a blast, right?
Yeah.
How many of those did he throw?
Blaster.
Blast had a lot of blasters.
Well, there you see that second strike, why Dietrich wasn't happy. Hit off the plate. Good location there. Tied him up. Just able to stay alive. Now I'm rooting for a Maddox. We need an out here. This pitch.
He's going to have to get two pretty quickly.
Swing and miss.
On ball.
They
Had a lot of English on it too, and Rodriguez played it nicely. Two gone in the ninth. 19 sent down in a row by Jeff Locke.
Off the hands, and yeah, these are tough because there is some spin to it. But Rodriguez fields it, throws it perfectly.
And for Jeff Locke, one out away from a shutout.
Come on, throw it down the middle. Get your Maddox.
Oh, I won't get that tonight. First time.
100 or less, or under 100?
I believe it's under 100 is what the kids are calling it.
Come on, come on. Oh, no.
And a base hit for the pinch hitter, Jeff Mathis. Just a little blooper, breaking up 19 in a row sent down by Jeff Locke. On the 100th pitch of the night. Well, Mathis, of all the improbable sources, hitting just 146 and below 200 in his career.
Locke, you know, he's comfortable with the new windup. He's pitched in the windup pretty much the entire game. I mean, we haven't talked about that much since spring training. There was a lot of talk during spring training about his new delivery out of the windup, where he didn't turn his back to home plate anymore. And tonight, man, it's pretty much perfect with him.
I'm going to wager that he will not pick off Jeff Mathis. So this will end his bid of facing the minimum and throwing a shutout, which
wait a minute. Throw a wild pitch, have it kick away a little bit.
hadn't been done and still probably won't be done since John Candelaria for a Pirate since '82. That's how tough that is, and Locke a batter away from doing that tonight. Still a 3-hit shutout.
Just threw a perfect changeup 1-1. Tried to get the call.
This could be a very good night in Pittsburgh.
Just a little bit off. And he's got not many, but a few calls off the plate.
And that does it. A 3-hit shutout for Jeff Locke. What a masterpiece.
Was beautiful. That was so beautiful. You know, the teammates, everybody has to be so happy for him. Cervelli, hugs. The offense gave him plenty of breathing room, so he didn't have to worry about much. He could just go about there and execute, not worry about making mistakes. Attack, attack, attack. And that's, he did it as well as I've ever seen. A ton of soft contact. Gives Clint Hurdle, the bullpen, the day off. No decision making. Sit backs, relax, and enjoy a comfortable Bucko blowout.